I'm using the phone today. I don't think I'm going to use the computer app to do the live stream anymore. It's clunky, and I think it drives people away. It's January 17th, 2025, and we're sitting here on a Friday morning. I got Dashing Womble, aka Ray, on the line here. It's just another day over a cup of coffee. I've been bragging about my new coffee maker that I just bought. I'm looking at Amazon right now, and I got it for $56 on sale. It's currently $80. It jacked up. It's a Black & Decker coffee maker, and it grinds the beans and brews it all in the same basket. And I'll show it to you guys here in a minute. But it's really cool. And I set it this morning. I set it last night. Got my alarm went off. I'm laying there kind of waking up, and then I heard it grind the coffee and start brewing automatically. Went to it. Great cup of coffee. Great cup of coffee. So yeah, that was really good. I'm doing pretty good. Like I said, it's Friday, so that's a good thing. Martin Luther King Day is this coming Monday here in the United States, which is a federal holiday, which means I don't have to work, which is awesome. Paid holiday for me, and that's always fun, right? Let's get our poll started up anyway. Let's see what we got going on here. Do you get Monday off? And then we'll put Y as one of the options. There we go. There's our poll for the day. Hi, Michael. Well, it's kind of hit or miss here lately. I'm not sure. It starts off kind of slow and it builds up. It builds up. So, hang in there if you don't mind. We'll get through this. It's not a big deal. But anyway, yeah, Monday's Martin Luther King Day. It's a federal holiday. So no work for me and a lot of other people. Some people have to work, but that's just the nature of people's jobs, I guess. Ignore all this stuff. It's going to be gone. I'm getting rid of that this weekend. And I'm going to paint the wall to give some contrast to my little neon sign here. Kind of fix it up a little bit. So, and then I got some other stuff. I'm going to be doing some improvements this weekend on everything. But anyway, you're still on Christmas school break. Good grief, man. You got like 6 weeks off for the Christmas holiday? That's crazy. But yeah, that coffee maker, like I said, I want to show it to you guys. It's really cool. It's a Black & Decker coffee maker. It does not do the K-cups, which is fine by me. I just don't need I can drink a whole pot. So, it works great for me. Or I can make a half a pot of coffee. I don't have to make a whole pot of coffee, right? I can make a half pot. It's no big deal. But I was impressed. I had been using ground coffee at first. So finally I ordered some whole bean coffee from O. Henry's in Birmingham, Alabama. They're a great coffee, locally owned and operated in Birmingham. That's their home. They roast the beans, fair trade, all that good stuff. And they ship them really fast. And they're excellent coffee beans. So I got a couple of those in. I tested it out. It worked great. I'm just excited about it. I thought it was just a great thing. You can watch these. If you're a coffee connoisseur of sorts, you will see that people do all these different gadgets and gizmos and all these different things to make coffee. And I've been down that road. Rachel and I went down that road. But all kinds of different techniques to make coffee. You got the French press. You got the pour over. You got the AeroPress. That's her favorite. And regular drip, and that's just what I'm going back to. I'm going to the classic drip. It's just as good to me. And I drink mine black. So I think the coffee bean is more important than the process of brewing it, to me. And I know there's a lot of people out there that will argue with that and say, no, it's the way you brew it. But, coffee is trash. No, Solo, coffee's awesome, man. Gotta love coffee. Well, I have a viewer that likes Red Bull. So, if you don't like coffee, that's fine. I was looking at some interesting news. I was listening to the news this morning, and they were talking about the fires in California again, as usual. And drink wild turkey instead. Well, that is an option. I don't think you could drink wild turkey, get in the car, and go to work though. So, yeah. But listen to the news. They're talking about the California wires and the Palisades, all these $1 million homes being burned down, right? And some people are really upset about it. I'm kind of not. I don't really feel bad. I mean, it's bad that houses burned down. I get that, okay? But they're $1 million homes, and they probably have 2 or 3 other houses around the country they can go hang out at. You know, they're not on the streets living in their car. Now, North Carolina got the raw end of the deal. But anyway, and I think they should still be focused North Carolina, but they don't have money, so that's how that goes. So much money in the Palisades that I heard on the news this morning that they hire personal firefighters. That's right. If you're rich enough, you can have your own firefighter team that takes care of just your home, and that's it. Your neighbors, nope. Your home will be standing, but if they didn't get a personal firefighter team, their house is going to burn down. I know average people lost homes too. I know that too. I'm focusing about the rich ones right now. That's what I'm talking about. The news story that I heard this morning, talking about how the rich people with their mansions have insurance policies even that they can add to their insurance policy personal firefighters. Personal firefighters that'll drive by everybody else's house that's on fire and come take care of yours. That's what I'm trying to get at the story. And I'm not knocking other people getting their homes burned in California. I know that it's not just rich people losing their houses. I'm not naive. I get that. But it seems like every time something happens to a celebrity, everybody pays attention. And to me, that's kind of jacked up, you know? But that's just my opinion. Again, we're all entitled to our own opinions. But yeah, you don't see the people in North Carolina having personal sandbag teams to come put walls around their houses when a flood comes in or a hurricane, you know, or disaster relief, personal paid disaster relief teams take care of their houses or whatever, you know. I don't know. I think it's kind of absurd. But I don't want to go down that path too much. I do have a funny story we can share with you guys, though. There's a coalition in Japan. This is from the Good News Network. They have some entertaining news stories in here. But they are selling the first toilet paper made from recycled used diapers. Yeah, it's real. It's real. I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you on the screen. It is absolutely real. There it is. Japan coalition selling world's first toilet paper made from used diapers. Now, I don't know if I would use that toilet paper. That seems kind of weird. Your neighbor's kid pooped in the thing, and now they're gonna turn it into toilet paper. I don't know. Maybe it could be a thing. I don't know. Oh man, I don't know if it shows up in the Walmart shelves here in the States. I probably would buy a roll just to. No, I don't know. I don't think I will. I don't think I will buy a roll. I'm not gonna buy a roll of recycled diaper toilet paper. I didn't even read the story to find out how they do it or why they. I guess the recycling. Poop begets. Poop begets poop. Yeah, poop begets poop. That's wild. The things they'll recycle. That's insane to me. But anywho. Oh gosh. Makes you wonder if they're recycling the toilet paper that you already buy. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure they put it through some... But if they're going to recycle used diapers, it's got to go through some chemical bath of some kind to sanitize it and break it down to remake toilet paper. I think that'd be more harmful to the environment than just chopping down a tree and making the toilet paper. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, all the chemicals you'd have to use to convert a used diaper into toilet paper. You're keeping it from landfill, but all the chemicals. I mean, if you're really environmentally conscious and you try to think about all that kind of stuff, those are things that come to my mind. I'm like, well, yeah, you know. That's okay, Johnny. Thanks for hanging in there, man. Sanitize recycled trash. I don't know. Hey, Wesley, how's it going, man? How's it going, Wesley? I hope you're doing well on this Friday. I hope you got a great weekend ahead of you. It's going to be raining where I am tomorrow, so I probably won't be doing much. And I really don't do streams on Saturdays. So, but Sunday is partly cloudy. We'll do our extended stream Sunday mornings, which seem to be pretty popular. And then Monday, like I said, I'm off. I may do an extended stream on Monday. I'm even entertaining the idea of a day-long stream marathon on Monday. I don't know how well you guys would want to watch me all day long, but I don't know. It seems to be a thing people like to do. Johnny says hi. Johnny says hi. Oh, man. But, and then there's some other little news topics we could talk about, too. You know, like the red dye number 3, that was a trending topic. What's up? And I didn't know anything about it. I don't follow the news like that. I just get a couple of stories here and there, and that's good enough for me for the day. But yeah, red dye 3 evidently causes cancer, like everything else. You seen those Prop 65 warnings on everything you buy? The California Prop 65. Everything you touch causes cancer. So I'm sure that recycled diaper toilet paper will probably have a warning that it causes cancer. But the FDA finally bans red dye number 3 from food here in the United States. So that's a topic. It was a trending topic in Google, and there's an app for that too. It's an app for everything, right? But you can look at the trending topics in every country and break it down. Yeah, I ate a lot of cancer too, cereal and stuff like that. I think it's all the color. I always eat like Honey Nut Cheerios. That's my favorite cereal. I took a shower, cancer. That's like cancer. It's like everything is cancer. Oh man, I was like, I was at Lowe's Home Improvement, and I was looking at a metal pole. It's a conduit, and I was using it for something. I was going to use it for something else, and it had a Prop 65 warning on it. Stamped into the metal. This thing will cause you cancer. Yeah, it can also be beat to death with it too, or electrocuted if you hit a power line. But their focus was that if you handle this thing, you could get cancer. So maybe I should do a WTF News video on that. How everything causes cancer. I get it. It's like it's one of those blanket laws to keep people from or companies from having to pay lawsuits, you know. So if you say that everything causes cancer and you've warned everybody that everything causes cancer, then you're not liable for it causing cancer. So it's just a legal thing to get companies out of having to go to court. Basically, is why they came up with it. But it's ridiculous. I mean, they put it on absolutely everything. It's absurd. I don't understand it. I mean, I do understand, but I think it's still kind of silly, you know? Kind of like the warning, don't drink the bleach. And if you do, call the Poison Control Center. It's like somebody drank that bleach, and that's why they put that warning on there. So, yeah. Yeah, Wesley he has a business, and this stuff has warnings on there. Yeah. Everything causes cancer and reproductive harm, right? But what gets me is that, hey, save the game, Conor McGregor, woo! I haven't heard the Conor McGregor thing in a while, but I was going to say about the cancer warning on everything. People living in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, I'm sure were exposed to way more hazardous stuff, asbestos, lead paint, all these other things that are going to kill you and do reproductive harm. But yet we still had the baby boom, and they lived to be 90 and 100 years old. So is it really going to kill you? Is it? I don't know. You know? I mean, if you're able to live a natural life without dying in a car accident or something like that, then, and you were exposed to who knows what back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s even, All the when plastic came around and all the BPA stuff was in that stuff. And then you got grandparents who lived, breathed, and ate that stuff are now in their 80s and 90s, just like, I think Dr. Pepper made me live long. It's like, well, I guess you got it right, Grandma. You're right, Grandma. Dr. Pepper helped you live long. And now you got to have like, it's just over the top and ridiculous. It's all legalities. I mean, it's not, I don't think all that stuff's really going to cause you cancer unless you like, chew on it or something. Maybe then it'll increase your chances for cancer. This coffee is going to cause me cancer. I don't know. I don't know. To get Connor to dance with her. Oh, that's funny. Asbestos. Exactly. Brake pads in every car around the world are full of asbestos. And when people hit the brakes, especially if they hit the brakes hard, all that dust is coming off their car, goes right through your air vent system and gets blown right in your face if you're right behind them. So you're being exposed to asbestos just by driving down the road in traffic. Unless you live out in the middle of Wyoming and you're the only car for 100 miles and you just let your car slow to a stop and don't use the brakes, you're being exposed to asbestos. Exploded her back brakes. That's crazy. I left the back brake, the parking brake on my old 77 pickup truck. I didn't realize it. And it didn't really hold. I don't know why I used the parking brake that day, but I did. And the next day I got in and I drive to the store. And when I stop, I see all this smoke coming up. I'm like, dude, what the hell is that? I had just had the truck a couple months. So I thought something was going wrong with it. I'm looking around and this one tire behind it, smoke's coming out. And then I just hit me. I was like, parking brake. So I had to jump back in, release the parking brake, and drive it down the road again just to cool it off, get some wind blowing on it. So I drove to another store and back just to kind of give it some air and cool it down because it was smoking and it was crazy. I was like, geez, I'm not going to use that parking brake anymore. I don't live in the mountains. I don't have a driveway like this. So there's no reason for me to use a parking brake, They actually disintegrated. Wow. That's crazy. Big old Suburban just shattered the brakes. You'd think they would engineer that for that event if something like that happened. My dad bought a used Mercedes and he bragged about it. Hey, Bushka. But he said that the brakes on it were expensive to replace, and if you ever had like an emergency stop where you had to really slam on the brakes, Mercedes advises that if you ever have an incident like that and you have to come to a sudden stop, that your brakes are no longer good. Mercedes braking system has basically ruined those brakes to save your life, and you need to go back and get them changed out. Oh man, that's crazy. I've changed out brakes myself, the brake pads and stuff, handled them. I don't know. I probably got asbestos in my body numerous times just doing my own car work and stuff like that. And when I was younger, nobody wore rubber gloves, latex gloves, or whatever. But now everybody does, And I'll wear them if I'm changing the oil or something like that because I don't want oil all over my hands and then just kind of stains for a couple of days. So I will wear gloves for that if I'm working under the hood sometimes. Sometimes I don't. I'm just like, whatever. I'm not going to walk over there with the gloves on. I'm already in there. I'm like, or sometimes I forget it. Monday off like a bank. I work for the post office. Post office will be closed on Monday for Martin Luther King Day. That's right. And I did a Photoshop picture of, of me next to the MLK statue in D.C. I was playing around with that Cut Cap app, and I cropped myself out. And I was putting my body on all these different pictures, just having fun with it. I was on the Titanic. I was next to Stonehenge. I was next to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I was at the Eiffel Tower. I was next to the MLK statue. I was on Mount Rushmore, and it's just me holding a mug, a coffee mug, just like boop, 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 boop. I don't know. I was cracking myself up. Hey, John, how's it going? I was just having a blast, cut and pasting myself, and just me holding a coffee mug and ridiculous famous places. I didn't put myself in Times Square. Yep. So yeah, I need to. Yeah, I was just having fun with it. That CapCut app is hilarious to me. You can do so many things with it, and it's so easy to use. I mean, I don't know if you ever done video editing and photo editing in the past, but you would have to spend hundreds of dollars on Adobe to get all the special features. Now you pay $1.99 and you got an app and just it's done in seconds. Yeah. Yeah, you changing your brakes, eating a sandwich. Eating a turkey sandwich, holding the brake pad. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, let's put this there. Yeah. That's okay, John. Yesterday was really odd. I had like two people all morning long on my stream yesterday. I was like, what is going on? And but I've been talking to some other YouTubers, in using that app and putting all this junk all around the screen is kind of a deterrent. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I got the backdrop. I think that's perfect enough. Keeps it real and more personal. I'm going to just keep using my phone to live stream. It's got a way better camera than the webcam I bought, anything and all that other stuff anyway. So, and like I said, I'm going to be painting. I'm going to adjust the lighting and stuff like that. So yeah. Whatever. Let's look at our poll. Who gets Monday off? 45% get Monday off. 55 don't. And we don't have any people from out of the country wondering why. And the sound's better too. Yeah. It's a Pixel 9. It's a great phone. I'm just going to keep using it. The clarity on it's better and everything else. I don't know why I'm trying to reinvent the wheel, fix something that's not broken. I'm just going to stick with the phone. Just going to stick with the phone. And then I can walk around with it too, right? Let's go look at the coffee maker I was bragging about. I'll walk you guys over there for that. So this is a Black & Decker coffee maker, and it grinds the beans and brews it all at once. And so let me get my camera to spin around here. There it is. It looks simple, but I just poured the whole beans in there, and you can see that it ground them up by itself and brewed the coffee, and it made a really great cup of coffee. Like I said, now I got this on sale for like $55 on Amazon. It's going for $80 right now. It's Black & Decker. Mill and grind is what they call it. And it's a great little coffee pot. I like it. Makes 12 cups. It's got a standard carafe there, and it works really good. And I also bought a microwave from Lowe's and tried to use it last night, and it does not work at all. Bought a brand new microwave from Lowe's, brought it home, unboxed it, and tried to use it, and I just put some frozen stuff in there. I don't eat really well, so I bought some microwave food or whatever, put it in there. I was just going to snack on something, went back, and it was ice cold, just as if I took it out of the freezer. And so, yeah, I got to box that thing back up and take it back to Lowe's today. Get my money back. What a crock of poo. But anyway, where does the Red Bull go? I don't know. Abnorm's here. No Red Bull in the coffee maker, my friend. No Red Bull in the coffee maker. But it's a really cool, I don't know. I just took a chance on it. I had never seen it. I was thinking about getting a grinder, getting a coffee pot, trying to set up the whole coffee deal, and I just stumbled upon it, and I'm like, damn, let's give it a try. I don't know. I've had good luck with the Black & Decker brand as well. A lot of most of my battery powered tools, drills and stuff like that, they're Black & Decker, and I have no problem with them. I think they work great. Now, I'm not a commercial contractor building houses and stuff. I'm doing projects around the house, things like that, and it works just fine. So, and I've owned DeWalt and these other brands. I've owned them before. DeWalt's a good brand, but I think they're built to break. The DeWalt I had did not last. The batteries, I bought it brand spanking new. The batteries didn't last. The drill would just kind of, it fiddles. I don't know. I was not impressed with DeWalt. Yeah, Johnny. Stardashians. No, I was not. Yeah, I was at the Stardashians. Yeah. I was not on the split screen, but I was chatting. He had a trivia night last night, and I was asking trivia. He's got this huge book. It's like 4 inches thick, and he's just laying there asking trivia questions. And I was listening. I wasn't participating, but some of the questions were very bizarre. Oh, you got a cold? I'm sorry about that, dude. Oh, you got a Black and Decker drill from 30 years ago? I mean, some of the stuff is just tried and true. Like I have an original made in the USA skill saw, circular saw. Works like a champ to this day. Again, I don't build houses. I'm not using it every single day as a workhorse. But it's worked for 30 years and it works great. So yeah. 12th cup of hot tea and honey. Man, you must have like a catheter or sitting on the toilet doing your stuff all day if you're drinking that much tea. Handed down, all work great. Yeah. Yeah. I think, some people say a lot of stuff they build nowadays are built to break. They're not built to last anymore. And you can't buy parts. You can't if you're really savvy enough, you can take something apart and fix it. Rachel ordered this really fancy coffee grinder, big hopper on top. You could grind it down to fine dust. It's how good this coffee grinder is. It's still a great grinder, but it had this little wheel that when it ground the coffee, it had little teeth on it that pushed the coffee down the chute into the basket. Well, the little teeth broke off, and I was able to. Evidently, it was hey, Mark. Well, anything stream just how it gets to nice. But I took the whole coffee grinder apart piece by piece, and I found the replacement wheel. Amazingly enough, they actually had the part, and I was able to put it all back together, and it works great. I can contribute that to 10 years of taking laptops and cell phones apart. Keeping track of all the little pieces and laying them out and just taking your time and taking it apart and then popping it all back together. Yeah. But some of the stuff you buy is glued together. You're not supposed to take it apart. They're glued together. If it breaks, you're screwed. It goes to the landfill. So, I don't know. Like, every phone that you get today, it's glued together. There's no screws or anything like that. You have to take a heat gun to pop it up. It's not intended to be fixed. It's not at all. Now, when I was doing phones 10 years ago, you could get any part you wanted for an iPhone. Every single last screw, sticker, chip, whatever you wanted, you could fix and replace whatever you wanted in all those phones. You can't now. You can't anymore. They're glued together with this industrial space age glue that is I don't know where they get this stuff from or how they make it. It's probably full of chemicals that has Prop 65 warnings on it. They'll give you cancer and kill you, but it's the best glue that anything I've ever. You can't buy a Gorilla Glue, Super Glue, or any glue to match it. I don't know what adhesive that is they use. It's proprietary, maybe. I don't know. But man, you'd put a heat gun, 700-degree heat gun on that glass and just keep rotating, trying to keep it even heat before you could finally pry the corner up. Man, it got to the point where I absolutely hated working on phones. And I just stopped. I couldn't do it anymore. It was too tedious. I couldn't make any money off of it. So, and now people just use their insurance plan or they just go buy another one, Like Eric from Stardashians, he bought a dash cam for his van because he does gig work all the time. And he bought this cheap, I don't know where he got it from, like Temu or something, he didn't say. But he got this webcam and it had like 4 wires just sticking out all different directions. They're watching these how-to videos. They're sitting around for like an hour arguing with each other on how to get it set up and make it work. And I was like, and everybody was like, dude, send that thing back and go buy like a name brand one, Buy like a Garmin or some other little name brand dash cam that has one little cord that's easy to hide. It works and it has an app that actually fires up and you'll have it up in like 5 minutes. And they're like, we can't afford that. I was like, you're if the good name brand webcam dash cam costs $500, you're wasting the time and effort of making $500 on gig work trying to figure out this cheap camera. I thought it was just his. I didn't mean to laugh at him. I've been there, done that, where you buy what you can get. I get it. I mean, you're in tight spots and you just have to, you have to deal with those type of things. But they were so aggravated. They were so stressed out watching YouTube videos trying to figure it out. And finally, they hit some button and half of it worked. They just froze, like, don't touch it. It's kind of working. And then they still have all these wires just sticking out everywhere. It's like insane. That's just, it's like so ridiculous. But, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. I get it. But at the same time, he had like a brand new iPhone and a brand new Pixel. And I was like, you'll spend $800, $900, $1,000 on a brand new cell phone, but you won't cough up $300 for a dash cam that's going to last you 5 years. So it's kind of like, do you go ahead and fork up the money and get something that's name brand that's going to last and actually works and it's user friendly? I don't know. I think it's worth it. I used to buy cheap knockoff stuff all the time, and I had to stop. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Like my little microphone set, I got a good one. DJI, the gimbal that's holding my phone right now, that's DJI. It's a good brand. It's very reliable, very functional, very easy to use. And there's plenty of knockoffs out there that look almost exactly the same, but they're not going to be worth it. They're not going to be worth it. Just in time for me to get off work. That's awesome, Johnny. I'm going to be starting at 7 a.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday now. That's my start time, 7 a.m. And I will start scheduling them on YouTube as well, so you can kind of get a notification. Things coming up. Yeah. He runs off the lot lizards. The security guy. They'll break in the back of tractor trailers at truck stops. If you park in the wrong neighborhood, the wrong part of town or something like that, you stop at a truck stop, and you're not just getting gas and going. If you're spending the night, they'll cut the lock or the tag off the back of your truck and rob you blind while you're sleeping in the cab. I've heard stories about that. I've seen, I knew somebody with a trucker and was telling me stories about that. They would carry a shotgun in the truck with them just because they had to run people off. And now truck stops have to hire people like John and go around and make sure that these truck drivers can sleep in their cab, not worry about the merchandise in the back being robbed, Lot lizard's not a huge issue. I think that's the least of their worries at a truck stop, or lot lizards. If you don't know what that is, that's what Google's for. But the merchandise being stolen, yeah, people will come in there, cut stuff, and just take off with it. And yeah, it's wild. I saw a video of an Amazon truck driver stopped in a neighborhood to deliver a package, and then like 10 people just bum rushed the truck and pulled him out and just ripped every Amazon box out of that truck and ran off in 12 different directions and just cleaned the truck out, and the guy was just sitting there, and it was on camera. Somebody had a doorbell camera or something like that recorded the whole thing. And it's just like, damn. And the dude didn't have a fighting chance. He couldn't fight all those people off even if he wanted to, They didn't hold a gun to him or nothing. They just bum rushed him, a group of people, and just drug him out and stole everything out. They didn't even know what they were stealing. But if you can resell it on the internet, who cares, right? Whew. That was wild. Sorry about that. Excuse me on that. Oh, man. Whew. Oh, I don't know where that came from. But anyway, yeah, people getting stolen. There's people at the post office who deliver mail down the street, and they're getting robbed. It's not often. It's not often because, a postal truck is stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. It's constant. They're not just sitting still very long. And now if they drop a package off a house, they come back to the vehicle, yeah, it's sitting there for maybe a minute, but they're back in it and going. I mean, it'd have to be planned, and they'd have to be sitting there waiting, and all you're going to get is a bunch of bills. So, they're like, post office trucks don't really get targeted. I don't think. And then UPS and FedEx, well, UPS I know are pretty strict about locking their vehicles up all times. Post office is supposed to do the same thing too, to prevent theft, things like that. But there's still videos of people being drugged. A postal worker was drugged out of her vehicle, and there's one video. She got out, And she went around to the back, opened it up, grabbed something, left it open, and all she did was go back to the front of the vehicle for a second. This car pulled up. They jumped out, grabbed as much as they can, was chunking it in the back of the car. She came around to try to stop them. They hopped back in the car and drove off. It's like, one of them grabbed a tray of letter mail. It's just a bunch of bills and advertising. But he took this whole tray of letter mail and just chucked it in the back of the car. Letters were flying everywhere, packages. They were just grabbing whatever they could grab and then just took off. And somebody's dash cam caught it. She pulled right in front of this car that had a dash cam, and the video was leaked to the internet. It's on YouTube somewhere. But yeah, people steal the weirdest stuff. This shirt's too small for me, isn't it? I gotta get bigger shirts. But anyway, I may have to retire this shirt. Look at that, I'm splitting it open. Ugh. Muscle Man, Conor McGregor coming out. Got the recycled toilet paper. Yeah, they steal out of the Amazon truck and they go home and they got Japanese recycled diaper toilet paper. Like, what the hell, man? Throw that shit away. You seen the video where the guy makes the custom glitter bombs for porch pirates, and he'll stage this package to look like some kind of fancy electronic device, and people run up and steal it, and he's rigged it. It went viral on the internet. He did it a couple times. They put like 4 different cell phones on 4 sides of this package, right? And there's triggers in there, and there's this mechanism that spins like a pound of glitter everywhere, and it's so satisfying to watch. And of course, the cell phones have GPS; they're tracking the device as it's been stolen and everything like that. And then all the cameras on the phones are broadcasting what they see, so they get to see the live opening of the thing. And they put fart spray in it. I mean, they totally rigged this thing up. It's absolutely hilarious. Most of you guys have seen it. Mark Rober, yeah. And these people would open up the thing, think they stole something they're going to sell on the internet, and it'll be like, it'll say something like Home Alone on there, how you like me now, or something like that, and it'll shoot glitter all over the place. Now they blur the people's face out for the YouTube video, but yeah, and then it's like starts shooting this fart spray out. They're like, ah. Oh man. And then one time the guy took it to a parking garage and it exploded on him, did the whole thing, and he just dropped it and drove off. And then when they went to retrieve it, they found it laying on the ground, glitter and paper and stuff everywhere, and it got all inside the guy's car. And if you know anything about glitter, it is made by the devil, and it will never go away. Glitter is the worst thing ever you can have. I don't know why people put it on their bodies. I don't know how they get it off their bodies. I've touched glitter, and I had it on my hands for days, showering and everything. I don't know what it is about glitter. It's completely evil. In my opinion, glitter is like the most evil thing ever. So yeah, you can order glitter bombs as pranks for people. You can. Look up glitter bombs on Google, and there are companies out there, and you pay like $25, and they will mail a tube full of glitter, spring-loaded glitter, a bomb thing, and they'll ship it to anybody you want, completely anonymous. So you can get it to you can send it to your family members, you can send it to your co-workers, you can send it to people you don't like, whatever, right? And it'll look like a regular package. It'll have a shipping label on it and all that kind of stuff. And the devil's lettuce, that's what glitter is. That's good, I like that phrase. And they'll send it and they'll look, and they'll even have, say, open at this end, things like that. And they don't know what's inside. They just think, oh, I got something in the mail. And they'll open it up, and then there's no cameras, but it'll pop out like a snake out of a can, and it'll just push glitter out all over the place, all over their desk or table or wherever they ended up opening their car or something like that. Yeah, and you can do it completely anonymous. Whew. So yeah, glitter bombs. You can send them to people, totally anonymous. I sent one time, and I didn't want to be traced back. I was paranoid that they were going to trace it back to me, so I went and got a prepaid debit card from the grocery store and put $25 on it. and completed the transaction online for the glitter bomb, so that if they ever try to trace it back, they would, by the credit card and stuff like that, it would go back to a prepaid Visa card from Dollar General, and there's no way they could have traced it back to me. I mean, they would have to really, I bet they could if they really wanted to, but they'd really have to spend tons of money to like backtrack where it came from. And it's just a glitter bomb. It didn't like actually explode and hurt anybody. It just shot glitter out. So yeah. Oh yeah, Wes, be careful opening up that mug. There might be some glitter in there. Now I wouldn't do that to my viewers. I would not send glitter bombs to my viewers and friends. Nope, not gonna do that. Prepaid card. I went the whole 9 yards. I went and got a prepaid card and everything. I wasn't gonna use my credit card or debit card and say like, well, this card traces back to this gentleman here who has this bank account there. Just like, nope. I went and got a prepaid. Now, if they wanted to really trace it back, they could go back to them. They could get the authorities involved and say, okay, when you see your camera footage, you bought this video card at this time, or credit card at this time, blah, blah, blah. They're not going to do all that. It wasn't criminal. So they're not going to spend all those resources doing that. And I have not told you who I sent it to, so, Yep. Oh, it was worth it, though. I heard, and, yeah. They screamed when they opened it up. It got glitter all over them. To this day, they still don't know who sent it. I will never tell where I sent it or who opened it. But, yeah, it was pretty funny. And you can even put the little stopper that shoots out of the tube with the spring on the face of the stopper. You can put on there like, ha ha, a smiley face. Or you can put on there, you suck. It'll pop out and they'll look at that and go like, So if you got a crappy boss and you want them to know that they suck ass, and then you could put a personalized message on there, is like, get a life, I hate you, or whatever. Probably wouldn't put I hate you, but you could put you suck on there, something like that, and let that pop out on them. Yeah. Glitter bombs. Let's see if we can, to this day, still clean glitter. Yeah, you will find that stuff everywhere. It never leaves. You cannot You would have to have a home in the Palisades right now to get rid of glitter. That was too soon? Was that low blow? But anyway, yeah, you'd have to burn your house down to get rid of glitter. That's the only way you could do it. It doesn't wash out. It doesn't come off. Like I said, I don't know how people, like, they go to, let's say Mardi Gras or something like that, and they got glitter on them, or New Year's Eve, and they got glitter on them. How do they get that stuff off of them? They use, like, battery acid or something? It's like, you have to exfoliate every inch of your body to get that stuff off. I don't know. When I had kids and we were doing a little project for school and there was glitter involved, that stuff was on me for days. I totally despise glitter. Totally despise it. That's all they wear, strippers. That's all they wear. Well, hey, if it's the same outfit every day, if that's what you're putting on every day, then you're recycling your glitter. I guess that could be feasible. Hey, Istanbul, how you been? Haven't seen you in a couple of days. Hope you're doing well. Glad you're here for the last few minutes. We were talking about how evil glitter is. And, yeah. The evil things about glitter. Oh, man. But, yeah. I don't know. I'll if somebody sends me glitter, I'm going to be highly upset. Yeah. So. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. But anyway. You've been kind of busy. That's fine. Things happen. Thanks for the great show. Yeah, Boosk, I'm having fun. That's what we like to do. We like to have a little fun on the show. Joke about stuff, read some wacky stories, and just let the conversation ride. That's what we do. We got 1 minute left, and then I'll have to get off here because I do have to go to work today, not Monday. Let's see what our poll says. 47% of people will be off Monday. 53% are not working, and then everybody who answered understands why. So that's good. Oh, man. Well, we're going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, as always. You guys make this happen, keeping it going. And I thank each and every one of you that are watching it now and watching it later, keeping this channel alive. Sunday I'll do my cast, and I am kind of dabbling with the idea of a marathon on Monday. So let me know if you guys are interested in something like that. I don't know how entertaining it'll be, but we could try it. But other than that, have yourself a great day. Thanks for subscribing, liking, sharing the videos. Watch the other stuff. I might have another WTF video coming out soon. And until next time, toodles. Toodles. Why did I say toodles for? It's so weird.